everybody, this is Pramita here, and this is the third time I'm making this video. I've already been interrupted too many times during this filming session, and I'm really at my tether's end. I just want to get done with this. I know it sounds awful, but well, that's how life is. So let me begin. So I had done a flip till 19, I guess, and I'll be starting from 28th. So on 28th, what I did was I layered a very big piece of paper. This was sent to me by Geraldine Jane. She has a YouTube channel. She also has a Facebook group on journaling, Dream, Create and Journal, something of that sort. Yeah, Dream, Create and Journal. And we had a paper swap kind of thing I think a month or two back, and she had sent me a bunch of lovely goodies in the swap, and I have used that as the background piece. And these are some number that I have punched out. This is a big circle from a packaging. I have just layered that, these things on this, and this is a small packaging that I had. It was on a piece of scrapbook paper pack, and I just snipped it off and used it as a frame. Me and my love for frames, and I have used these words. I like to offset words, as if they stand out of the frame, and not put them totally inside. This is actually a book page stamped out by my friend Mona. She had sent me a bunch of these. A lot of my happy mail make way into the journals, so it's very natural progression. It's a very natural progression, and I absolutely love that. And this was 21st, and I have used a bunch of washi. This is from a pattern paper. This is a book page image that I have stamped, and then I've inked up the edges. This is the same paper that I've used here. I have tried to create a kind of balance between the two opposite pages, because when you open a journal, you seem to see both of them at the same time. So I try to bring in some sort of cohesiveness to those pages, and I've used some washi, some paper scraps, and this was 22nd, and this is from a decoupage paper. This is a small image that I have stamped out on a piece of scrap, and I've used it in my journal. These are some numbers from paper packs. What I have done is I've basically stapled these two numbers, and then I have glued them on so that the staple doesn't come through over here. So I have stapled these two numbers, and then I have glued them on the page, because the staple at the other side of the page bothers me. I know I am kind of OCD about certain things, and this is one of the things. And there's nothing much going on in this page, basically, because I found this image was too busy, and I wanted to keep it very simple. This is a page, okay, on 23rd, it was my 50th birthday, and I have used such stickers as really happy birthday to you, happily ever after, and this is a speech bubble that I have fussy cut out from a paper pack, and this was a tag I made from a paper pack image that I loved, this bird, and I have used this word sticker, I am ready to fly, so that I'm embarking on a journey of sorts, and this is me figuratively. So that was how I did my journaling. Nothing much I had done. And on 24th, I did something different. I didn't journal anything on the page as such, except for writing this word, sort of a lazy day. I have journaled inside this journaling card. So what I've done is basically I have used two journaling cards. I have washi taped them into tiny booklet, and have used a book ephemera image, and this is a pull out, this is a stamped image actually of a paper clip, and I have stamped that on a cardstock. I've fussy cut that out, and I've glued that on the journaling card. So when I put this inside, this stands out and you can pull it through. So it works that way. And this background is actually from a happy mail that I received. And so are these bits and bobs that you can see. This is a Tim Holtz tissue paper on botanicals, and I have layered that on a piece of scrap journaling paper, and I was not well around that day. I was having a severe back pain, and that's how the day was. So I have been asked many a times that how I managed to work on pages like this, when too many elements are going on. So what I generally do is I do have a few pouches or small pencil cases sort of thing, or tubs where I keep my paper scraps, and some folders. So when I start setting up a page, I just don't think too much. That's rule number one. And what I do is I just grab a pouch or a tub or a folder of sorts where I keep my scraps, and just start sifting through that and decide that whatever I'm going to use will come from this pouch or from this tub or from this folder of sorts. So that limits my choice, and that makes me work harder, and my brain starts working in such a way that I have to make it work somehow or the other. So that's how I do my things. I don't like too many options. So this was actually a notepad that I had from my Coco Daisy subscription days, and I have used that as the background, and then this is the numbers that I have been punching out from a paper pack. And what I did was I used some modeling paste over here, me and my weird ways. So I decided that okay, let me try this out a little bit on the page, and I have this white modeling paste, and I added some alcohol ink, and I inked it up because I wanted to bring this color sort of thing. And well, that's not possible basically because this is on a paper and this is modeling clay or whatever, modeling paste. So I have stenciled these flowers, and this is also from a Happy Mail packet sort of thing that came wrapped in, and I have just torn it apart. I made it into a big scrap so that I can use it in my journal. And this was a journaling card, so I just worked on both the pages at the same time, laying them out and then journaling later on. So I've used some washi from Art Atelier. I think this page came out pretty well, and once again the number, the punched out numbers. And I had ordered the book of Edith Holden, and I received my book on that day, and I was so amazed at the beauty of the sketches and beautiful description that she has written. I'm really fortunate to own a copy, but of course I don't have the heart to gut the book, so I don't know whether it will be at all useful for my journals. But of course it's going to be a reader's delight because I'm going to read it. So on Thursday I did somewhat similar thing that I did a few pages back. I have used a portion of a paper as a pocket or a tuck spot, and what I've done is this is actually a burlap ribbon sort of thing I had, and I was trying to experiment a few things. I stuck a wooden bead with PVA glue, and I saw that it stuck well, like there was no issue with that. So I have my tiny booklet over here using 2 journaling cards. It goes in over here, and you have this tab, and I have journaled over here, but I have done a ton of collaging and layering at the bottom. So this is a tissue paper from Tim Holtz, and this is a scrap piece that I had basically. This is a die cut. I don't know, I think this is from Prima, and this is a sticker I have from Simple Stories. These are some washi tapes. This was Friday. So I just splotched in some blue colors because I thought that it was becoming too monochromatic. um, and here is a stamp I used. This is from a sticker. This is the same paper that I had. I had a tiny bit and I just used it on the opposite corners. And this is the figure stickers that I often use. And this was 20 this was 29th and this was 30th. So on 30th I went to the post office. I had another journal sold, and so I want to give an update on my journals because I really am grateful to all my friends who have encouraged me and helped me to be here, and they have been so kind and considerate also, because my journals got sold in no time. I think at the most 7 to 8 hours. It took 7 to 8 hours for one journal to get sold. And I'm on the second set of journals that I'm making. I'm on the, I'm trying to make the second set, and I will be posting them soon. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for those. This is a tiny journaling card I have. I have put it inside here. So it's going to be like so. And here I have a bunch of scraps. Once again, I have this paper bag that I received in a Happy Mail, and I have used that. And then I've used this was actually a big journaling card. And what I've done is, okay, so I will go through that. I have used a scrap piece at the bottom, and then I've journaled, and on top of the journaling I have used some vellum just to add a little bit of texture, and I've stamped some images at the side, and I've folded that, I've stamped this image, and I have journaled at the back. So it's a bunch of stuff that I've done. Basically, I had a lot of catch up to do, and here is July, and I'm not going to show July right now. So I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to support my channel, then please subscribe. And if you want to get to know what kind of process we go through, I share a lot of stuff on my Facebook group, so you can join there and see how everybody is trying to inspire the other and how the process works. So bye now, have a great day, bye.